Like me?
You don't like
You
me.
don't.
You don't like me.
You don't. You.
You're also pretty beautiful.
And thank you.
Thank you. You're my favorite. My favorite niece. My niece is Island. My niece is Bakut. What's that?
And she's minor.
She is minor. I'm 18. 17.
17.
I'm 17 years old.
I'm
17 years old. I'm 33 years old. Paano sa di mo
I'm
pag-umangkot?
50 years old.
Yung talipatan na.
Ataging Facebook ni Aileen.
Do you like me?
What are you doing? Watch TV. What are you doing? You look at your my...
Watching TV.
What time is there right
In me, I'm catering my mother.
Where? What time? What time is there? There is not right now.
Almost 11 a.m.
Look, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from?
Denmark.
What?
Denmark.
Denmark.
Denmark. Denmark?
Denmark.
In a nice country. Nice country.
Nice country. Country, so beautiful.
Yes.
Are you married?
I'm a married.
Are you?
Are you married? Are you married?
No, daw. I'm your married. No, why?
Why? Because
I'm not married, that's all.
now do you have kids? You
Do you
have kids? Do you have kids? Kids? Do you have kids?
No.
Okay.
No.
No, why? You're so handsome.
Where's my handsome?
Why?
Why are you handsome?
The doc wants to unapologetically apologize for exposing your online girlfriend. Let's get it. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV, back at it like a crack addict. Back again with another reaction video that I have watched probably 100 times, okay? I could not get enough of this video because it exposes and it explains a lot of things that a lot of foreigners should know by now, but you don't actually see it until you actually see it. Again, with the whole pog trash food, recycled food incident, I had to see it to believe it. This video right here is a prime example of what is probably happening between the dialogue between you and your online relationship. Now, again, I'm not gonna say online relationships are an issue or problem, fake or anything like that, because you might find your love online. Sometimes you're just not going to. And in this particular situation, what I found to be absolutely amazing was what was going on in the actual footage. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of the women that engage in online relationships, to an extent, not all of them, but a lot of them are not really proficient in English. So I would not be surprised, first and foremost, if they have somebody drafting or conducting these messages to you foreigner guys in the actual dialogue that you're having back and forth through messaging or through the messaging platform on that particular dating site. Doesn't surprise me none the bit if there's somebody that's actually creating the messages for these girls in these pictures, okay? That's number one. But in this video, you clearly see, or clearly hear, in the background, somebody coaching this lady on what to say to the foreigner guy that she's talking to. Now, this is where things get interesting because it's probably a little bit easier if you're dealing with somebody who has a proficiency in English. So if you're talking to somebody that's American and that doesn't have a really thick accent when they're speaking English, probably a little bit easier to communicate. But because the guy that she was talking to, I assume, I'm trying to make sure I remember this correctly, I think he was Danish or Dutch, something to that effect. The accent on their English might be harder for, you know, Filipinos to understand, and that's whether you speak perfect English or not. So as you can tell, she kept saying what a lot. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying? The person in the background holding the camera was like, oh, tell them that, you know, Denmark is a great place. And if I said Dutch or Danish and that doesn't deal with Denmark, I apologize, okay? My apologies if the guy, because off the top of my head, guys, I don't know if Danish or Dutch from Denmark. My geological graphical location in my head right now is blown because it's early as hell in the morning. So my apologies if I'm not getting the places actually accurate, okay? But basically, she was having a conversation and the person in the background was like, oh, tell him it's a nice place and this, that, and the other. No, she don't know a damn thing about Denmark, you know? And then she was like, tell him you're 18 years old, or tell them that you're 18, or tell them you're 33, or, you know, just coaching. You can hear the words verbatim. So all the times you see your young lady in your online Skype conversations, you hear a lot of background noise and things like that. Likely she's being coached on everything that she needs to say in order to communicate with you in a way that they believe to be proper. Now, this video here, like I said, is the most amazing video I've ever seen in my life because it really does give a behind the scenes look at the things that are happening between online relationships between foreigners and Filipinos. Am I saying that this is happening 100% of the time? No. What I am saying is I'm not surprised that this is actually happening with some relationships between foreigners and online Filipinos. You see a lot of guys who may say, you can't really trust in an online relationship. And in this particular situation, it just looks like they were just trying to get to know each other. Maybe it was a first time chat that they had with one another and they were just, you know, getting to know a little bit about each other. And the young lady, older lady who was talking, the Filipina, she seemed to be struggling a lot. And when Filipinas struggle, they like to say things to the effect of, you know, this foreigner's giving me a nosebleed. Now, when Filipinas, and this is just a common thing, if you ever make it to the Philippines, guys, just something I want you to know. When you see or hear Filipinas say, oh, you're giving me a nosebleed, it doesn't actually mean that their nose is bleeding. Somebody said that to me and I was looking for a damn tissue, trying to find a way to stop the bleeding that wasn't existing or some shit. Or she was saying something to the effect that my nose is starting to bleed. I said, oh shit. I said, I don't want that shit on me. I said, here, take this. I gave her like my rag, my sweat rag or something. But she was like, no. What that means is when you're talking fast and I don't necessarily comprehend what you're saying in English, that just means like my head is spinning. And you guys know if somebody's speaking to you in a foreign language, or if you're trying to learn something and it's overwhelming and shit, your head start to spin and shit start to hurt. You start to feel like a migraine in the front part of your face. That's what they mean when they're talking about, oh, you're giving me a nosebleed. And you might hear that often, maybe you're not, maybe you won't hear that. But what I've learned through this particular video and what I hope you guys can take away from this one, because I'm not sure exactly what your takeaway is, other than just allow it to entertain you guys. Come on, man. Doc is here to entertain, man. But just allow it to entertain you first and foremost. Second of all, I think that you should note that, you know, all the excess background noise that you might hear when you're dialoguing and you see your girl constantly looking away or off to the side or something, chances are she might be being coached. And it's not really a problem or an issue. I just want you guys to make note of it. Because some Filipinos don't really speak great English. Sometimes they need some help. Sometimes they need some assistance. No difference than me being a foreigner. I don't know perfect Tagalog. I don't know perfect Visayan. I'm going to need help. Thank God I got a young lady that I call my own that is a hell of a translator. She speaks 3 languages, 3 of the Philippine dialects. So I'm pretty straight on that front. So she's pretty much able to help me out on that and whatever I've got going on. So again, guys, just take this tongue-in-cheek. I want you to have fun with it. I want you to enjoy the video. The actual video is probably about 5 minutes long. I cannot give you guys a copy to the link because what happened was this was on Facebook. I couldn't even download it. I was mad. I had to screenshot it and send it to you guys because, or screenshot it and share it with you guys because I could not let this one go. Shout out to Larnie. She was the one who found this one for me. And I found it to be absolutely the best thing I've seen in a long time. Long time. She sent this to me weeks ago, man. I'm only just now being able to concoct a video and get it out there to you guys. But it was good, man. It was good fun. It was a great laugh. I've probably seen it at least 100 times for myself. And after you guys watch it, I think you'll get a kick out of it as well. And I think you'll understand a little bit more about the inner workings of online relationships and how these young ladies can manipulate. And we talk about the manipulation aspects, not all of them, but some of them, how they can manipulate you into doing things, you know? For example, there's somebody likely in the background helping her out. Likely there's somebody there, because depending on how in-depth your conversations are, I wouldn't be surprised that in the beginning, before you guys actually start Skyping and seeing each other, if there's not somebody in the background pulling the strings, you know, being the puppet master, for lack of a better term. And this clearly shows you the inner workings of online relationships between some, not all, but some foreigners and Filipinas. And again, they probably weren't even in a relationship. They was just talking, dialoguing. But I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past that this is a lot of the things that are going on today. I guess if you see him on camera, you ain't really tripping. If she's cute enough, you keep it pushing, right? I'm not mad at you for it. I just think that if you're gonna go that route, be logical in your approach. I think that's the only takeaway that I can give you guys from this video. If you are choosing or opting to go the way of online relationships and things like that, be very diligent, very critical in your approach and how you choose to deal with online relationships and, you know, deal with women online. I talked about it in the live stream about how the pandemic is ruining a lot of LDRs or long distance relationships. But when you're dealing with online relationships, just keep your eyes open, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you, it'll do you a favor. And at the very least, if you don't want to take anything from this video, at least get a laugh out of it, man. Chuckle, laugh. Come on, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the world today. I know there's not a lot going on that's making us happy right now, but come on, man. We can all deserve a laugh. I think we all deserve a laugh. Filipinos, I hope that you find this absolutely funny too. Not picking on you guys. I just think that it's funny as hell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun. It has been real, but it's time for the good doc to go on and get to getting. So with that being said, the good doc is officially out. At least not go for alarm, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.